now, Chris Weidman is not scheduled to fight at Madison Square Garden on November 12th, and that would really be a travesty, I think, for a lot of us. You know what type of role he played in helping get mixed martial arts regulated in New York. He was certainly at the forefront of that amongst UFC fighters. And I know you don't like to get into the politics and the management side, but I have to ask, or I wouldn't be doing my job. Is there any update on Weidman and MSG?
I mean, look, the only thing I could tell you is that last night he had a meeting with Dana in the city. He was supposed to call me after he didn't, and I really don't know what happened. But, again, here's a guy that I really just hope it all works out because he deserves to be fighting on that card. I know he lobbied for this thing. He flew up to Albany a couple of times. He's done a lot of work to get this thing legalized. And I think not to have Chris Weidman on that MSG card is an absolute tragedy at this point. I think right now he's the face of MMA for Long Island and New York for sure. And I think whatever they have to do to make that happen, I hope they make it happen because I think he deserves it. And, you know, the politics, I'm going to segue to something else. The politics just really muddy and cloud everything. Friday night I had 3 guys fight at the Ring of Combat. I was just going to give you their names: James Gonzalez, Marab, and Gorham. And these 3 guys wreaked havoc. I mean, it was a great, great night for the team. And what I took away from that was just that it was just about fighting. They're not getting paid any money. They went there, they did their thing. There's no politics involved. They got in there, fought their balls off. I think you're going to see 2 of these guys, definitely the guys from the Republic of Georgia, are going to make a little wave, I believe, in the UFC if they keep on the track they're going. And it was just another great night. It reminded me of a night when I had Costa Philippou, Chris Weidman, Al Iaquinta, and Anthony Abatelli. We had a clean sweep. These guys were fighting. They were all at the beginning of their careers. There was just no bullshit involved, man. They went in there and they fought, man. And, I mean, gave the fans a great show. It was all about, you know, competing, testing yourself, and, you know, just, you know, always raising the bar. And they went in and fought. Now with all this other stuff, it just stinks, man. I really lost sleep last night because I don't know what's going to happen. There's a good chance I'm going to have nobody at the Garden, which at first I thought I was going to have at least three people. You know, so it's crazy the way that works. But I think not to have Chris fight would be a tragedy. And I don't know, man. It's just the politics and the management stuff was never for me. And I just like to train the guys. I'm always there for them otherwise, too. But, you know, I just hope this thing works out and it resolves itself. And, you know, we get a great show at the Garden.
Yeah, it would be incomplete if UFC 205 did not have Weidman fighting and Ray Longo screaming bloody murder in somebody's corner. So we hope it works out, man. UFC 205, November 12th, coming up pretty quickly. Next week, man, we're going to do our UFC 204 preview. So do your homework. We're going to need a Bisping Henderson prediction. We'll see if you back Hendo to win the UFC middleweight title at 46 years young.
I'll be ready for that one.
All right, thank you, Ray. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, man. I'll talk to you. Bye.
Dude, can you imagine if UFC 205 comes and none of Longo's guys, Aljamain Sterling, Al Iaquinta, John Vellante, Chris Weidman, none of these guys are on the fight card? That would not be good. I mean, and, you know, I can only think, and this is pure speculation, and Ray mentioned politics a little bit, but part of me feels like maybe Weidman's neck might not be ready, you know, and maybe that's the holdup. Maybe he could headline December 9th, but that's a show in Albany. It's a Fight Pass show. You got a pay-per-view in Toronto the next night. You know, I don't know what's going on. You got to think, though, that they're going to work hard to get Weidman Romero on that pay-per-view at 205.
It would be a mortal sin. It really would. And it's a shame. I feel bad for Ray and his team and of course, for Chris. Hopefully he's able to get it done. I'm not sure exactly what the issue is. Hopefully is not a physical one. And he's able and capable of fighting on that MSG card. And, you know, it'd be a shame. And either way, I mean, they're trying to stack it right now. So I hope they get it done.